Why am I living and thinking this scarce mindset? You didn't choose to be alive, nor did you choose to think. You didn't have a choice in where you were born either. The environment wasn't your choice. The people around you weren't just chosen either. You all grew up with people bumbling their own chaos. You don't get the choice in what your gov, TV, or media will say growing up. You get put in classes, rooms, containers, and grouped together. Your brain is recorded and data will keep replaying every 7 to 9 years. Once the cycle hits, you go through another childhood, another regression, another definement, and then another acceleration before renewal again. So by the time you are 7 to 9, you have developed an identity around love, family, money, fear, and worth. From 14 to 18, you develop yourself in groups. From 21 to 27, you develop yourself a discovery. In your 30s, you are expanding relationship and humans in case. In your 40s, expanding your materiality to get old on. In your 50s, apparently you go back to discovery. In your 60s, apparently you lean into newfound generationalism and gain worldly reflection. I won't continue, but the work of John Gray, how to get what you want and want what you have, teaches us here, as well as the value of learning our trajectory. We've never had this level of globalization as an economy or high ticket exposure. Many of us come from families who were never from this rich money or a big mindset. The institutions are responsible for creating pressures around educational areas, so we are taught a financial program that keeps us burying ourselves deep. Will only be when you realize that you are the money maker, you will forever lose the value of scarcity. The real trick is that they don't even print the money, they just store your account on the computer. There is literally zero scarcity. I've been creating fear out of nothing and making more money to keep us fighting for. You get charged a bank charge for having a bank open money out of thin air. You get charged a fee when you don't have enough money out of thin air. You get charged for having money you haven't paid back yet. I would be looking at what you can afford, but how far down the financial track does your psychology let you see? Rich people are crooks, car salesmen or swindlers. We have so many of these already loaded in our mind. Nothing comes for free, there's always a catch. Here's mine, overpour the value in it and spot's great to build on my love it and help it support it in your financial. This ties me in the emotional equity of us being together and doing this together. And finding the threads of feeding the bumblebees is enough to heartstring on us all. I figured out fast that integrity and authenticity were paramount in this journey. I also was blessed that my parents were retail business owners, seasoned pros. They saw ups, downs, ins and outs, and money was there, it was bankrupt through it all. Dad built houses, we traveled, they had flashy, warned me about money. He said to respect it and to not let it make you do bad things, but to not to steal it. He is a manifestor, been himself in retail, mentor to many growing up as kid. I lean back a lot from him, he was reading Tony Robbins and Uphill in the 80s. He smiled at me when I showed him those books, trying to build a magic back in the day. Through his upset, you spent what on that machine? It confused me, he said, oh, I read those books too. Tell me what you learned from them. It confused me, he said, oh, I read those books too. You saw it in him right there. Will you continue son where I chose to sit and create from? And it wasn't a fun experience, battling my parents' mindset as I never listened to my parents, yet always hear them. I had kids anyways on 30 years operators. I felt just meant to sell an ad. You think you expect that with pioneer wealth from my family through numerology and age fear. You think you want partnership, but it means solitude. The trick is to sell you the shiny ball and seek it, there isn't enough. I beg to differ. You are in the middle of a garden right now of millionaires who are sprouting and pollinating. You don't have the ability to hold that confidence alone. That's why I am here with you guys.